Yes.
Dr. James J.C. Cooley. It's the James Cooley Show. It's your life. Let's go. It's the James Cooley Show. It's your life. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. All right.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley, and his guest will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer in Dallas-Fort Worth. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore them or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley, and his guests will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer in Dallas-Fort Worth.
Yeah. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. The James Cooley Show. It's your life. Yeah. Hey! Come on! It's that time! It's time for the Dr. James J.C. Cooley Show! That's right! Did y'all know? He's the king! Dr. James J.C. Cooley! That's right! It's that show! Dr. James J.C. Cooley! Yeah! Y'all know it's time. Dr. James J.C. Cooley Show. That's right. Y'all get ready for some knowledge. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. Let's go.
Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Series today. I'm your host, Dr. James Cooley. Wow.
James, we cannot hear you properly. So I'm going to introduce
your mic
the show.
a little more towards your mouth there.
I don't know what it is.
Can you move the mic?
So I'm going to introduce the show while you work on the technical issue. Welcome to It's Your Life with Dr. James J.C. Cooley. It is 360 Health Day. But before we get started, we're going to bring the radio station in today to introduce the show.
It's that time. That's right. It's that time. Dr. James JC Cooley. Yeah. The King. James JC Cooley. That's right. Y'all know what it is. It's the King. Dr. James JC Cooley.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, yes. And you got a lovely introduction from the radio station.
Right. They really did it up.
So it's the James Cooley Show audience. It's your life. And today is 360-degree Health Day with our esteemed guest co-host, Dr. Michael Mantell. Dr. Mantell, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's good to be back. We were gone for a couple of weeks, and with all kinds of things going on, healthy, positive things, thankfully, hopefully. And so it's good to be back, and I'm looking forward to the wonderful guest that we have returning today, covering such a broad variety of important, relevant topics that I think our audience is going to really learn from.
I think you're breaking up, Doctor.
Oh, am I breaking? Michelle, you froze. Uh-oh. Can you hear me at all? I'm not sure what's going on here.
There we are again. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Did I freeze?
Audience,
I know you froze up, but
I know.
What's
Apologize,
going on?
audience,
We're
for just
back.
having technical issues.
We have to learn how to live with it.
So we're exactly. And It's Your Life with Dr. James J.C. Cooley's on over 84 live streaming platforms, including YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Spotify, Roku, E360 TV, and so much more. And we got an amazing guest coming back to the show today. We love the knowledge that she shares, not only with us, but for the public as well. So the title of today's show is, of course, it's 360-degree Health Day. It's called Human Flourishing. So let's tell you about this guest today. So this inspiring conversation with Linda Roszak Burton, she's the president of DRW Coaching, explores the concept of human flourishing and how gratitude can serve as a powerful foundation for living a more. Linda examines 4 essential elements of flourishing: self-awareness, environmental stability, fundamental beliefs, and purpose and meaning. And she's going to share her knowledge with us. She's also an academic researcher. Her international studies include gratitude interventions to support stress management, mental health, employee engagement, and meaningfulness of work. Please welcome back to the show, Linda Roszak Burton. Yay! Let me bring Linda in. We are so excited to have her back. Hello, Linda. How are you?
Hi, thank you so much, Dr. Michelle Cooley, Dr. Manziel, Dr. James Cooley. I am been excited about this all day long, knowing that we were going to get together.
And I so was looking forward to
to
this.
have you.
And yeah, it is wonderful to have you. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties we're bumping into. That's life. And, you are the guest to help us put that in perspective. How can we have gratitude about technical issues?
Exactly. Well, if we didn't have the technology, we wouldn't have the issue. So let's be grateful for the technology, right?
We wouldn't be here today.
Right.
Exactly. So I'm going to turn this over to Dr. Mantell, but I'm going to start with the first question. Besides what the short information I read in your bio, can you tell the audience a little bit more about yourself? And I'm giving it to Dr. Mantell.
Thank you.
Linda?
Thank
Please.
you. Well, a little bit about myself.
Linda?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, my professional role is as an executive coach, and my coaching methodologies are really grounded in the research of positive psychology, neuro leadership, and of course, I bring in the gratitude where appropriate. And I'm also now a board certified health and well-being coach that I guess there's only about 13,000 of us with that designation, but really it's talking about the holistic way that we live professionally, personally. So I really recently have just blended it all together.
I of course enjoy having you on the program when you were on with us recently, and I was preparing for this talk today, a conversation, and I see that you work at the intersection of positive psychology, neuroscience, gratitude, coaching, leadership, as you say, mental fitness, human flourishing. You bring it all together in a beautiful thread of essentially an understanding of whole person well-being.
Right.
And that's wonderful. That's where it is. The only place it's all separate are in textbooks. In real life, we're all one.
Yes,
So
yes.
let me ask you this question. We're going to go back in your history a little bit.
Yeah.
What has happened in your life that made you realize that gratitude wasn't just a nice idea, but something powerful enough to study and practice and then to teach?
Well, I would have told you that I was a very grateful person. I appreciated what I had, but I lost my younger sister at the age of 41 to breast cancer. And of course, I could have told you I was grateful that I had her in my life, but the 41 years cuts pretty deep. And that I was grateful she was no longer suffering, but those sentiments were just skin deep. And I never journaled in my life until Debbie died. But the journaling was dark. I'll just put it that way. I was really struggling. And while I was doing my executive coaching, more and more of the research on the science of gratitude was becoming mainstream. And I was sitting in a chair on an anniversary of one of her birthdays, on one of her birthday anniversaries, and decided I'm going to flip back through my journal entries. And I recognized how dark they were. But because I believe that I had really strengthened my neural pathways, which we'll talk about, I hope, the term gratitude heals came to me. And over time, I was really able to recontextualize my grief to get into a very healthy place. And um, it was transformative. So that has just carried me forward, why we're here today, and why I'm fortunate enough to do the things that I am doing in terms
No,
of
no.
gratitude.
That's a wonderful answer. I'm sure that many people can relate to that. And for
Yeah.
those who don't relate to it yet, I hope by the end of our conversation they will. When something seemingly bad happens, a
Yeah.
mindset that says, what can I learn from this?
Right.
What's the good in this?
Right.
Can be good in this. The example I've used for, I don't know, a zillion years is you're driving down the freeway or the road and you get a flat tire. Ah, cursing and screaming. What do you say? Thank goodness. I just say, what do you mean, thank goodness? Michael, you're out of your mind. You got a flat tire. What do you mean, thank goodness? Thank goodness I have the flat tire, because maybe if I didn't, I'd be down the road, boom, and another
Yep.
car would hit me.
Yes.
Oh, Michael, you're dreaming. You're dreaming. Linda, am I dreaming?
Not at all.
Tell us
Not
about
at
that.
all. I believe that that is the way we need to look at hardships or frustrations or things that make us angry. There is an opportunity to look at all of those situations and ask, what can it teach us? And
And
that,
this doesn't mean we're supposed to be happy. I mean, necessarily, if someone has cancer, God forbid, or whatever it might be, are we supposed to be, yeah, that's great, that's wonderful? No, that's silliness.
it is. It
That's
is.
a greeting card version of
Mhm.
gratitude. Uh, so, let me talk about that. Let's get past that notion, that silly notion of a greeting card gratitude. What does the neuroscience actually tell us about what happens when we practice gratitude? I know we only have a couple of minutes, so we'll start and we'll come back. But what does the neuroscience tell us about what happens when you practice gratitude really?
Yeah, it strengthens or creates new neural pathways. So the synapses, the dendrites, there is the ability to recognize what's going wrong. It's a default. We think that way all the time. But when we practice gratitude, we're able to kind of put a stop sign up to say, instead of defaulting, how can I reframe this? How can I look at one thing that might be going well? And that practice just makes that pathway stronger and stronger and stronger and easier to reframe.
I use the concept of faith. I have faith that this is okay.
Yeah.
Faith. Fear ain't in this house. Let's turn it over to Dr. James J.C. Cooley.
I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. I'm still working
Yes.
on this. So
A little bit.
we're going to take a station break. I missed out on the first segment. But I tell you,
We miss having you.
if you want to be part of this great conversation, all you have to do is go to the platform that you're watching us on. Ask any question that you might have. I promise you, we'll get you an answer. Or you can pick up the phone and dial 1-888-344-1170. Yeah, that's 1-888-344-1170. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
Hey, come on. It's that time. It's time for the Dr. James J.C. Cooley Show. That's right. Did y'all know? He's the king. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. That's right. It's that show. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. It's your life with Dr. James J.C. Cooley. That's right. It's Dr. James J.C. Cooley. It's your life show. Yeah. Dr. James J.C. Cooley.
Really get a chance to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you truly know who you are, love who you are. Love who you are. You're a masterpiece. Love who you are. Love who you were born to be. Love me some me. That's what I'm talking about. When you leave high school, you gotta know today or tomorrow, or hopefully today, what your plans are. Hopefully, there is no bad decision unless there is no plan. Create, collaborate, commit with confidence. Commit with what? Commit with what? And everything that you do.
Yeah. Y'all know. It's time. Dr. James J.C. Cooley Show. That's right. Y'all get ready for some knowledge. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. Let's go.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and I tell you, I'm having technical difficulty here, but I'll tell you, the team still got it.
That's okay. That's okay. Doctor here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna turn it back over to you, Dr. Mike.
All righty. Yeah, the technical difficulties are challenging for us, but they're opportunities, as our guest, Linda Roszak Burton, will tell you. Linda, I have a badge on the, whoops, we just lost Linda. There you are. I have a badge in the back of my car, a little silver insignia in the back of my car that says grateful. I sign every email and every letter, every text message, grateful, Michael.
Yep.
Gratitude is big, and that's why you shine in my mind, because you're the queen of that. You explain it so well. So can gratitude change the way the brain responds to stress and adversity and uncertainty and technical difficulties like we're having today?
You know, I was just thinking, this is classic, right? When you've got these technical difficulties and, you know, we get all upregulated and anxious. And so the gratitude has this ability to slow us down, slow our heart rate, lower our blood pressure, kind of that rest and digest, right? Parasympathetic nervous system. And that just allows us to really understand what's important, right? So if the technical difficulties are there, that's what we need to work through. But what's important is that we have this community and we're talking about these health issues, these wonderful research-based approaches for our own health and well-being, our families, our employees. So there's, you know, the silver lining that we all grew up learning about. It does. There was a study done years ago where the participants were watching stories from Holocaust survivors, vignettes, right? And they were observing the participant's brain in a functional MRI. And when they were listening to these stories about somebody sharing a piece of bread or finding a blanket to help keep them warm, some act of goodness or kindness, it activated several regions of the brain. And I think we're still trying to figure out why, but the regions of the brain that were activated really was moral cognition.
Yes.
A sense of our own well-being, perspective of others, really being able to understand what we were sensing, and that reciprocity that comes from feeling grateful to someone who's done something good for you. So that activation alone is really, really important when we think about there are challenges, there are divisions, there are pain, there's pain and suffering. And even with that, it's not to deny it at all, but it does promote healing when we're able to begin to just open the aperture and really look at what might be one thing that happened today that I'm grateful for.
Yeah, that's an important question. Repeat that question again.
To open to look at what might be one thing today that we could be grateful for.
Yeah, that's a very, very valuable reorienting question. They do studies now of people in prayer, and they look at brain functioning of people who are praying, and they see the actual changes in the brain. Now, I don't know what someone needs. What else do you need? Your brain is actually changing. Do you want other research to come along?
Well,
are you still angry that you got the flat tire, that you didn't win the lottery ticket, that the tailor messed up the length of your skirt? Or something? What really matters in life? It's amazing.
We do have skeptics in the world, and I welcome them, actually, because if someone isn't able to get to a place of gratitude, we often say the opposite is because they feel entitled, that no person, no resource, no life experience made them who they are today, kind of self-made. And so if we're able to recognize that we are who we are because of all of those that have come before us, that are with us today, then we're able to really get to a place of recognizing the good that we have.
Yeah, I had a client today who's a very successful media person, and he revealed that when he was 6 years old, he was sexually molested. And then it happened a number of times in his childhood from family members.
Mm.
And he said, what I've been learning, listening to you, to me, Michael, is how do I put that into a healthy negative emotion instead of an unhealthy negative emotion? And we talk about gratitude. It's exactly what you're talking about. So gratitude is a mental muscle we can actually strengthen.
Yes.
Okay. Give us some tools.
Okay. One tool that I really do like, we call it grateful processing. So we think of, this isn't about guilt or shame, but we think about an experience, a negative experience that keeps coming up in our mind over and over. It might be something that happened 20 years ago. And grateful processing asks us to take a look at where we were back then when that happened, where we are today, and who were the people, the resources, our own strengths and mental fortitude, if you will, that got us through that situation to where we are today. And then to take a look at whether or not we have we expressed gratitude to those people, those resources that we had to get us through that situation. And I believe 100% in self-gratitude. If my strength of love, use that term, or my strength of gratitude really got me through a bad time to where I am today, then I want to be able to recognize that I have the ability to do that for myself.
Mm-hmm. What went right today?
What went right today?
The question that I take to sleep with me at night, because there's many things, and I think that more people focus on what went wrong today.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Then no wonder you can't sleep. But we talk about sleep and we talk about exercise and nutrition as pillars of health. Where do purpose and relationships and meaning and gratitude fit into the equation of human flourishing?
Yeah. It started with a global study that was done with the Institute of Social Sciences at Harvard, Baylor University, Gallup, I believe. And they had over 200,000 participants in 22 different countries. And they came up with 6 domains that allow people to live flourishing lives or thrive. Sometimes we refer to flourishing as thriving. And the link to gratitude is it's a pathway to each of those domains of flourishing. So purpose and meaning, social relationships, our character, our virtues, our values, our health, mental and physical health, and our degree of happiness and life satisfaction. So across 22 different countries, when we look at how people really find flourishing in their lives, it's really looking at those 6 domains and understanding how they can live by those domains. And I looked for a way of kind of compartmentalizing that and came up with the elements of self-awareness, fundamental beliefs, environmental stability, and our own purpose and meaningfulness in life.
And so, we know what ideally would be good for us to be doing, how to fill up those pillars every day of our lives for our flourishing, thriving, well-being. But people don't always do those things. How do you explain that?
Well, I'd explain it by looking at how much are they aware of their own deficit thinking, or do they have that growth mentality where they believe that they can enhance their life, that they have the tools to actually create more flourishing in their lives and in their relationships?
So there are people who complain, it's too hard for me to do. What do you say to those people?
I say that what we know about forming new mental habits, which you are certainly aware of, that if we could create 1% improvement in an area of our life a day, and this comes from Atomic Habits with James Clear, by the end of the year, we've made a 37% improvement in whatever we're trying to enhance.
That's
or
amazing,
change,
right?
isn't it?
Yeah.
And so it's giving yourself the grace to start slowly. And if you're not a journaler, don't worry about it. You can look at what's in front of you, what visual cues remind you of people and places and things in your life that you're grateful for.
We have less than a minute before our break, and in this less than a minute, someone can do exactly what you just said. They can take 20 seconds and be grateful. They can slow down. They can think about what they're eating and so forth. And here's Michelle to take us into our break.
Hey. Gotta take us to a break. It's
There's
your
a
life.
break.
Dr. James J.C. Cooley will be back with our guest today and with more information to come.
In this life you are gonna grow, but there's things in this world that you gotta know. To be the best that you can be, you wanna grow real big into a strong tree. To be who you're created to be, the one who's gonna leave a legacy is you. But you got to have these 4 C's. Create, collaborate, then you commit with confidence. Create, collaborate, then you commit with confidence. It's the 4 C's. Oh yeah. It's the 4 C's.
A black man's point of view is the new. A Black Man's Point of View is the newest Amazon.com #1 release and bestseller book from author Dr. James J.C. Cooley, featuring the perspective from 11 other contributing authors. In A Black Man's Point of View, Dr. James Cooley unpacks his thoughts and personal experiences about the challenges, stereotypes, and feelings of self-worth that many black men face today due to a 400-year ancestry rooted in slavery and colonization. Yet, how so many black men move forward despite this history. Most importantly, A Black Man's Point of View conveys that all men, regardless of race, creed, or color, are capable of love, respect, and dignity. Described as a map to a greater life from the heart of a man who's experienced life's misfortune and harsh conditions, James shows us how beliefs, convictions, and a healthy mentality can help propel a life worth living. A must-read for all. Order your copy of A Black Man's Point of View by author Dr. James J.C. Cooley today from Amazon.com or wherever books are sold.
Dr. James J.C. Cooley. That's right. Come on! It's Dr. J.C. Cooley. Hey, let's go. The James Cooley Show. It's your life. That's right.
We are back with It's Your Life with Dr. James J.C.
Yeah. It's the Dr. James JC Cooley Show. That's right. That's right. It's the King. Dr. James JC Cooley.
Linda, can you help me with my gratitude? We're having technical difficulties, but you know what? We're healthy. We're getting
Yep.
our message across, so I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
You bet.
Right on track.
What,
I hope
what an experience.
Right on track.
So please, thank you for joining us on It's Your Life with Dr. James J.C. Cooley. It has been an interesting day. Like I said, we're having some interesting technical difficulties, but we're still moving forward and going strong. And we have our guest today, Linda Roszak Burton, and the title of today's show, besides the 360 Health Show, it is Human Flourishing. So if you want to be part of our show, whatever social media platform you're watching this show, please send in your comments, your questions, and we will address them. Giving it right back to you, Dr. Michael
I got
Mantel.
it. Here we are. I have been in the media for I don't know how many dozens of years. I have never seen anything like this. And you think, okay, you all set it up because Linda Burton's here with us today.
Well, I'll tell you a secret, Dr. Mantel. I have been challenged by technology all my life. I even have trouble operating vending machines. Now, that might not be considered technology, but it's like I have this mental block and it's for real. It happens. So, I'll practice some
right.
gratitude myself.
You write about what we call anti-fragility, gratitude, flourishing. What's the difference between resilience and being anti-fragile, anti-fragility?
The best way I can explain anti-fragility is when you think about going to the gym and you do your weights, you're breaking down your muscles to be stronger. So anti-fragility is really all about how does whatever I experience make me stronger. Resilience to me is, okay, I can deal with it. I can deal with it in the moment. But over the long haul, we are better off strengthening our mental muscles, our practice of gratitude, our ability to look at what is going well in our life. And I think that's where gratitude allows us to overcome these hurdles and take them in stride, rather than going down the rabbit hole and ruminating and finding faults in ourselves or judging others wrongly. So it really is, how do we strengthen that mental muscle when we know that it's going to be bombarded and attacked and judged and whatnot?
Every day, actually 6 days a week, I post something in social media called Mantel Daily Points to Ponder. This week, I'm talking about accepting fate, talking about dealing with the very topics we're talking about. So many people seem to think that thinking about adversity as being good, it strengthens us, is a dangerous oversimplification. What do you think about that?
A dangerous oversimplification.
Yeah. In other words, the idea being like, oh, you're just saying that it's good when bad things happen. No, we're not saying it's necessarily good.
No.
But we're not oversimplifying it like that. The key to me, and I really want to hear your thoughts about this, is an event happens, then we think about that event. The way we think about the event determines the impact of that event. So like you talked about earlier, we have to stop and pause and think. The way we think determines the quality of our life.
Exactly. How we feel and the behaviors that follow our feelings. Yeah. Right.
So what do you have to say about that?
Well, I think, again, that goes back to self-awareness, right? With awareness, we have choice. So when something happens to us, we might automatically think default, negative, catastrophic. However, when we are able to recognize that that way of thinking hasn't served us well in the past, or that way of thinking kind of keeps us stuck, then we can ask ourselves, how else can I think about this situation? And that's where we talk about what can we learn? What's the teacher in the moment? Even in conflict, when we get really upregulated because we are angry with someone or something, we have control over our anger, and we can choose to reframe it. What I do with myself and with the individuals I coach is, what if that conflict is a teacher? What are we learning from that?
Right. Great question. Yeah. It's a great question. Let me shift gears with you and talk a little bit about aging. Can aging actually become a period of greater flourishing than decline?
That is a really interesting question. I haven't even thought about that.
Let's think about it together.
Well, I will tell you about the research. Some of the research that I've looked at has to do with senior elders. There was a study of elders in Japan, and I believe in Switzerland, where they went through a 5 or 6 module session on the science of gratitude. So they learned about the research, they learned about how to practice it, they learned about how to make it part of their life. And they were able to lower depression, minimize or cope better with their anxiety, have greater vitality, feel better about where they were in their life. So I could see that in aging, they say we have this great wisdom. I don't think I've found that yet, but
You're young.
I always talk about gratitude as our GPS, right? It keeps us focused on what's important and how we direct our lives to what's really important in life. So the aggravating, the pebble in the shoe, that's just always going to be there. But when we remind ourselves of who and what is important, it elevates us.
My GPS, I love acronyms. So I came with gratitude, positivity, sensitivity.
I love it.
Carry that with me. Everything's good. Let me talk to you. You do a lot of coaching in the workplace. You speak, you give major talks, keynote addresses for major work organizations. Can gratitude actually change the culture of a workplace, or does it become meaningless when organizations just use it as a corporate slogan?
It's 100%. It can improve the culture of an organization. And
Talk a little bit about that.
Well, if it's misused, if it's it's a value that you put up on the wall and everybody's supposed to, that's not genuine. So actually, the research I did back in 2020 was within an organization where we had just in time. It was consent, IRB approval. We really looked at bringing different practices into the work environment, having them come up with their own ways of practicing gratitude, what worked for them. We gave them tools, etc. At the end of an 8-week intervention, they had statistically significant higher engagement scores and statistically significant scores in meaningfulness of work. So they weren't dragging on Sunday night because they had to go back to work. They were excited because they were connecting the dots between what they were doing, the meaning of what they were doing, and who and how they were serving their customers or the work that they were doing. 100% changes the culture.
Can you give some examples from your experience in work you've done with companies where your work with leaders and helping the leader change his or her behavior and thinking has resulted in improved work culture?
Right. It does start with the individual. And the story that comes to mind is I had a friend who was on the board of an organization. she gave the CEO a copy of my journal, Gratitude Heals. And he said, I threw it in my desk drawer. I wasn't a journaler. And one day, for whatever the reason is, he pulled out the journal and he read it and then started to journal. And his words to me were, it changed my life.
Wow.
And he said, I would like you to bring the work in positive psychology and gratitude and neuroscience to my senior leadership team to see if, in fact, they can understand what I've experienced, and then how they can personally experience it and build and broaden that to their teams for greater engagement and satisfaction in their jobs. Retention, right?
Yeah. There's a difference between working in the business and working on the business.
Yes.
And you help people work on the business.
Right.
And so that's a bit, and people who do that flourish, and the company flourishes, and profits flourish, and all the rest. Right. We have less than a minute to go in this segment. These are flying by. There's so much more to talk about. Here's Michelle right now.
Yes. Well, we're going to save that question until this next break. Audience, stay tuned. Please join us in this amazing conversation. Health, 360 degrees, health. The title of today's show is called Human Flourishing. We will be right back.
chance to know who you are.
Y'all know, it's time. Dr. James J.C. Cooley Show. That's right. Y'all get ready for some knowledge Dr. James, JC, Cooley. Let's go. All right. Dr. James, JC Cooley Show. Yeah. It's on your radio. Come on. Call your friends. Let them know. He's on. Dr. James, JC Cooley. That's right. He's on. Dr. James, JC.
We don't hear you, James.
Well, I'm going to
There we
introduce the show again.
There we are.
So,
Okay.
this I know, this last segment, we will definitely learn more from Linda Burton, but then we also have Dr. Michael Mantell, who does The Link is What You Think, name of his book. And he's going to share some of his knowledge with us based on his book, The Link is What You Think. Your floor, Dr. Mantell.
Thank you so much, Michelle. I wrote the book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. P.S. It's all small stuff, quite a number of years ago. And this book and a couple of others, all aimed at helping people live better and disturbing themselves less. So I opened today to page 229. And this is about gratitude. Number 1, 5 points, real quick. Ever notice how thankful people are? And here you thought it was the other way around. Try it today and see for yourself. Say thank you. 2, waiting for someone to be thankful, for something to be thankful for? Uh-oh, you just missed this moment. Be thankful for every moment in your life. Like this one. Oops, almost missed another. Say thank you. Be thankful for everything you have before you ask for anything more. Asking for it and not getting it, maybe his answer is wiser than you may think. Say thank you anyway. Come on, Michael. Number 4, how can I be thankful for this setback I'm facing? Because with the right perspective, outlook, and change of your thinking, you'd see it as setting you up for your next victory. Say thank you. And number 5, the varsity players on Team Thankfulness say thank you that thorns have roses. Say thank you. Remember, the real link is what you think. And if today's 5 points sparked even one way to live better, then mission accomplished. So until the next time, stay curious, stay kind, and don't sweat the small stuff. Your next mindset shift is just one thought away. And there you have it.
Yay. Awesome.
Thank
Excellent,
you.
Dr. Mantell. Excellent.
Thank you. So,
Audience,
we
heed
have
to
a
that
couple minutes
advice.
left. We have a few minutes left, Linda, before we have to say goodbye this time and have you back again because you have so much to offer. If you could offer one tip to our listening audience who want to elevate their flourishing, their gratitude, their sense of positivity, what would one tip be?
The one tip would be to actually engage in one of the very first positive psychology interventions for gratitude, and that is to write a letter of gratitude to someone in your life that may be alive or may have already passed, and to use the prescription that I always write, and that is who was the individual, what did they do, why was that meaningful to you, how did you benefit, and what were the possible sacrifices they made on your behalf. That allows us to focus on somebody that was really significant in our life, and sometimes we overlook those people because they're there. We're become very complacent. But the remarkable thing about that intervention is that once you write that letter, you read it to the individual. You don't mail it. You don't email it. So you have that face-to-face where you may not think that it's that important for that person to hear those words, but it is very important for them to hear it, and it's very important for you to actually express it.
Right. Beautiful. That's brilliant. I hope our audience takes that with them.
Yep.
So we only have a couple moments left, but what is your next project? What are you working on now?
Thank you for asking. I'm working on an ebook, which is going to be a 60-day journal. The title is What Went Well Today. And the genesis of that, Dr. Mantell, was when I wrap up a coaching assignment, one of the things that I often hear over and over again is a client saying, "Thank you for reminding me what did go well." Right? Because we're talking about closing a mother-baby department in rural America in a hospital, and that can occupy a whole coaching session. But the reminder of what did go well. So I really am trying to work on mastering that one question for everybody every day over the 60 days, where I really know it's going to change our neuro connections.
When are we going to see this book? It sounds like it's a must-have. Mid-September. Okay, great. See you in September.
Okay.
That's great. And here's Michelle to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much, Linda.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Linda, for this amazing show. Thank you, audience, for participating in the show. It's Your Life with Dr. James J.C. Cooley. We'll be back next week. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same area. It's Your Life. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Come on.